Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with the premiere of NXT on the CW network, broadcast live last night from the Allstate Arena in Rosemount, Illinois. In the main event, Trick Williams defeated Ethan Page in 12 minutes and 30 seconds to regain the NXT Championship.
Page, no one home.
Is that an assist?
I don't know if it was or if it wasn't, but bam! He got it! Williams got the trick shot! Trick shot! Cover! Williams has done it! We got a new champion!
Here is your winner and the new NXT champion, Trick Williams!
Listen to this place! Chicago is on their feet!
CM Punk, the special referee for the match, delivered a go-to-sleep to Page following the title loss. In the opening match, NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez retained her title against Julia, thanks in part due to outside interference from Cora Jade. In the opening match, NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez retained her title against Julia, thanks in part due to outside interference from Cora Jade. Prior to the match, both Shawn Michaels and Paul Levesque both welcomed fans to the new incarnation of NXT. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair made an appearance, taking out Jayce Jane and Fallon Henley to make the save for Lola Vice.
Oh, you talk about a backup plan, Booker?
What the hell?
Can I get a shucky ducky?
What the hell?
Quack, quack! The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are on the CW premiere here on NXT. The hosts of Bad Blood are dropping
This is
everything
not
that
fair.
moves.
This is not fair,
This
Vic.
is fair. It's about checks and championships, and they're the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Jade Cargill, the EST, Bianca Belair.
Jane and Henley had just defeated Vice and Jada Parker after Parker had abandoned her partner in the ring. In other results, Wes Lee beat Zachary Wentz in a street fight, and Tony D'Angelo and North American champion Obafemi had a confrontation on Miz TV. In ratings news, the Mr. McMahon docuseries drew 4.9 million viewers in its first week on Netflix, according to Deadline. The show came in fourth place in the most watched shows on the streaming platform. The 4.9 million viewings broke down to 28.2 million hours viewed. The final 3-hour Monday Night Raw on USA Network drew 1.516 million viewers, according to WrestleNomics. That's up from last week's audience of 1.339 million. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a 0.48, up from last week's 0.43. Starting next week, Raw is scheduled to run for 2 hours during its remaining 3 months before transitioning to Netflix. The pre-taped Grand Slam edition of AEW Collision brought 435,000 viewers to TNT on Saturday, according to WrestleNomics. That's up from the previous week's audience of 347,000. The 18 to 49-year-old demographic rating was a 0.13, also up from the previous week's rating of 0.12. In legal news, WWE on Monday filed to trademark the term yes, yes, yes with the U.S. Patent Office. The filing comes after Bryan Danielson, with whom the phrase was first established in WWE, attempted to file his own trademark on July 29th. Following his own filing, Danielson, currently under contract to AEW, received a legal letter from WWE claiming that it was an infringement on their own copyright. And finally, in National Wrestling Alliance news, the NWA World Title change from EC3 to Tom Latimer was included in yesterday's edition of NWA Power, broadcast on the NWA's Twitter account. The title change originally occurred on August 31st at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, as we originally reported when it happened. Also on the show, Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch retained the NWA World Tag Team title against Alex Taylor and Kerry Morton. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, Follow the wrestling news across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.